Hello, hello, and welcome. My name is MiniBetrayal, and this is Factorio 0.17. Actually, at the time of recording, we are in 0.17.3 because the developers are amazing and they release bug fixes nice and quickly. So let's just jump straight in, pretty much, I think. So play. We'll start a new game. This is a vanilla playthrough because that's what I do. Let's see, what do we want to do? Let's do a rail world. So we'll start off, so all the frequencies are bumped down, but the sizes are bumped up. Maybe I should bump up the richnesses as well. Yeah, what I'll do, I'll bump the richness up to 200% on all of them. But then if we come to the enemy size, what I will do is I will bump the frequency up, the size up, all to 200%, but I'll give myself a nice big starting area. We'll leave expansion off. Let's look at terrain. We'll stick with a normal, we won't be on an island. Let's see. Let's give ourselves some nice big lakes. Trees, we'll leave that. Cliffs, I'll turn right down. I'll just turn cliffs off. No, I'll leave them on a little bit. I'll leave those ones as they are. Advanced, let's see, we'll have an infinite map. We'll do this lot normal. I'm going to put the research queue on because I want to have a look and see how that works. Let's see, and then we will go. So I've got my seed up there. You've seen my settings. Let's preview. Okay, I'd like a little bit more grass. Is there a way just to update? Okay, that's not actually changing anything. Resource patches are large. Okay. Okay, is this a bug where I can't can't change this? Okay, I think it's in terrain. What I want to do, I'm going to have to go back. It's put me right back to here. Let me get back to where I was. Okay, so what I'm going to do in this bit, I believe, so moisture is distribution of grass versus desert. So I like grassy places. So let's turn. Let's see. Which one is it? I forget whether it's scale or bias I want. Let's turn them both up. And terrain type is red versus sand. Okay, let's preview that. Okay. Lots of grass. Copper and water as well, actually a little bit further away from my starting area. That's alright. Nice big iron deposit up there. Uranium and oil not too far away. Let's have a look around. I think this is reasonable. There's some cliffs, but not too many. Let's go. All right. So, what have I got up here? That's Lazy Bastard. That was still up from my last game, I think. Okay. Right. Okay, I was about to say, before I forget, let's craft an axe, but we don't need to do that anymore. That's exciting. Okay, so what have I got up here? Okay, so let's make a mining drill and a stone furnace. Is the wood new? Did we start off with wood before? I can't remember. I don't think so. I'll grab a bit of coal anyway. And I'll turn Alt View on straight away. In fact, I can toggle it down there. Eee, that's exciting. On, that's it. So I'll put some of that in there. And I'll put some of that in there. Okay, so that gets us some iron plates going. And some stone. Let's go and, in fact, we've got rocks around. Let's pick up the rocks. Okay, give ourselves another couple of them. 8, 9. Okay, I've now got enough for 2 of these guys, so we'll get them started. I'll use the wood for that. Okay, we've got a nice little thing going off up here, so I'm going to go and just set up a very quick little thing. Let me grab a bit more stone actually. Perfect. And I'll make a couple of these as well. Grab some coal. And we're going to go down to the copper and just set up a little temporary thing down that way. Okay, so this is what I'm aiming for here. And if I do that, that should start making us some copper. And I'll just put it in the box for us. There we go. Okay, so you can see down the bottom left of the screen, I've started working my way towards some science. So let's go down towards our little lake. We'll grab these rocks on the way. And we'll build ourselves a little power and science majig. Alright, this'll do. Okay, so we want an offshore pump. I'll give ourselves a pipe to ground, a little bit of space between. A boiler. 2 of these. 1 of these. 1 of these. 7 of those, I guess. And some coal for the boiler. And we need to say what we want to do. Let's start automation. Okay, and just because I want to see how the queuing works, let's say, so if I can remove things from the queue from there. If I want to do logistics next, I actually have to research the logistics science pack. I didn't realise that. Okay. Anyway, we'll do this one next. So if I just say start research, yeah, that adds it to the end of the queue. So as soon as automation gets done, this should swap straight over to logistics. Excellent. Okay, let's make some more power poles, and we'll start heading northwards again and bring some power up that way. Okay, so let's add in some of these fellows. Okay, so I need to make more belts. I need to make more belts. Okay, and if we put in that, that should give us, oh, almost. That should give us all of our power needs for the moment, at least. So if we click on that. Yes, we're doing absolutely fine. We're using about 1/5 of what we can make. Okay, let's make some more mining drills. So let's start off by getting ourselves some iron. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to start off with 4 on each side. And we'll hook these up to some power. And then we'll take these guys southwards. Let me just hook this up to the power before I forget. And then, let's see, how far south do we want to take this? Be good if I can take it just south of the copper, because what I want to do, if I go to my blueprints, I have this. Which if I put that down, yeah, this will do. This is, it's kind of like a starter blueprint for a smelting column. Now it's designed for 0.16, so the ratios are all off, but it'll just help me lay things out in a reasonable way where I can get started. And that is a cliff in the way, isn't it? Yes, it is. Okay, can I bump it over a little bit? Yeah, I guess I'll have to. That'll do. Okay, so I've got lots of manual clearing to do, but I guess I'll survive. Okay, so because the copper's here, I'll have these first 4 rows being copper, and then this row here I will have being iron. Nearly matched up. Okay, so I need to make more belts. Okay, now for some of this stuff we actually need the logistics science done, so it looks like I might have to make a bunch of science packs by hand. But we'll get at least as much as we can already. Let me clear out some wood. Okay, so while I'm waiting for the science to be made, I'm going to start... oops, I didn't want that one in there just yet. Just going to start putting in some of the stuff I need around here to actually make the iron ore into iron plates, and this one is going to need to come from a belt here that will bring in coal. Okay, that'll just start getting logistics done for us, which needs 20 red science packs. They haven't changed that. I didn't actually check, but yes, good thing they haven't changed that. Okay, so while I am fiddling around here, let's talk a little bit about the name of this series. So, Factorio Railyards. Now, as you can probably guess, this is going to be a train-based build, which is why I went for a rail world. So my end goal is to basically have everything I need made in its own rail yard. So trains will be delivering from A to B, and then B to C, and then C to D, and so on. So everything should be made in its own rail yard, which means I'm going to have things like a copper cable rail yard, which will have basically everything going towards green circuits, but a couple of other places as well. So I've got no idea if it'll work. Now, obviously, it's not gonna work just yet, because aside from anything else, I haven't... excuse me. What was I saying? Oh yes, I haven't researched trains yet. The other thing I'm going to do is, instead of having each episode a specific length, each episode is going to be 1 hour's worth of gameplay. If it's all interesting stuff, it'll be an hour-long episode. If it's all boring stuff, it might be edited down to a 5-minute episode. So at the moment, I have been recording... Ooh, actually, I'm just thinking, because I started recording a little bit before I actually started playing. So at the moment, I've been recording for 40 minutes. In fact, if I save this, hang on. Okay, I have been playing for 31 minutes and 15 seconds. So I've been recording now for 40 minutes, so I'll just add on another 9 minutes this time. Because, you know, the map's set up and everything. But, yes, each episode will be an hour's worth of gameplay. And I've totally forgotten what I was doing. Collecting iron. That seems likely. Okay, that'll start bringing us some coal in now. So if you haven't seen this kind of setup before, you've probably never seen a Factorio video before. But what happens is this splitter will put the iron ore onto the north side of these 2 belts. Oh, logistics is now done, so we can actually see that in action. If I build a couple of splitters, and I'll need an underground belt as well. Okay, so that splitter goes there, and it places it on one side of these 2 belts, which then go down in this direction to feed iron ore into the smelters. Coal comes through from this direction. There is a splitter there because it will later need to go on over here to service the copper. Will come under there and go around and then be put on the south side of the belt, or the inside once you get down here. That will then be fed into the smelters, which can then start working and feed iron plates onto this output belt here. So let me make a few more of them, and I didn't need to make that. I've got some power poles to put down here as well, just to get this last little bit working. Just so we can make this. So now we've got 16 smelters working on the iron ore. And it's just backing up on the belt, but that means I can just scoop that all up. Okay, so we've got some of that going. We should get some copper going as well, I think. Just trying to think. I'm going to put this line of copper in first, I think, just so I've got as few trees as possible in an area at a given time. So, time to get rid of the trees, I guess. Okay, that should do us to start with. Now I need another 2 of them, another 3 of them, and heaps more belts. I will need, let's make another 16 of these, which means I need 32 inserters. 33, 32, and some power poles, which I already have made. Okay, so I've ghosted in a little outpost there for the copper, so that'll be ready to feed in just as soon as I have everything built. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We need more belts to bring these in, of course, and more belts. Never enough belts. Okay, let's just start making them. In the meantime, let's put these inserters in. There we go. So now we should have copper and iron both being made. Nice! Right, so as this stands, the way this should work at least is it should feed iron and copper down to here where I've got the beginnings of a main bus. I think I'll stick with that at least to start with, because it gives me a direction. It's not going to stay like that forever though, so yeah, anyway, so belts, 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 belts. And lots of trees in the way. There we go. Okay, so now we have both copper and iron plates down here. Now let's actually start doing some factorying. So let's see, what does it take to make, that's an iron chest, that's not what I'm after. One of these, an assembly machine, iron plates and circuits and iron gears. Alright. So I need more iron. I am unsurprised. 1. Need more copper. There we go, 10. That's a bit better. Let's not make them all at once or that'll take forever. There we go. Okay, so my aim to sort of start the game is to essentially build a little mall kind of area where I can get my base building stuff and rush trains. Okay, let's start off by, let's see, should we go for science first? Yeah, we'll just get a basic science thing working at least. Okay, so we want gears and red science, or automation science packs as they're now called. Has the timing of those been changed? No, it's still 5 seconds. Good. And, oh, we need inserters. So I'm going to do a fairly kind of standard thing here. Probably seen the like before. So what I'll be doing is I'll be feeding in gears there. Feeding in plates there, spitting out gears up here, and then these ones, they'll take in the gears, and they will take in some plates as well. So that way the copper will end up on the south side of this belt and the gears will end up on the north side. They'll both be fed into here, and that'll start making us some science. Got there in the end. Okay, of course we need to power all of this, so let's do that as well. See, Yeah, I'm just going to pinch power from here, I think. That's all powered, and that should start just working. Let's zoom in a bit so we can see. Yeah, there they go. Okay, electricity is dying, and we need to build some labs to actually use this science. So let's do those things. So there's a boiler, and we'll need a couple of steam engines as well. 1, 2. And labs, that was the other thing we need. So if I pinch that, oh, we're going to need another one of them as well. Let me just fill you until this is working. Okay, let's put power back in the green at least. Okay, and the labs, let's see, where do I want to put the labs? If I bring that up that way, I'm going to put them on that side of the belt. Don't know how much of a difference that makes, but I'm going to do it. I think it might be a little bit easier to put greens on the other side of that belt. Green science, that is. Okay, so bring that up that way, and then we can put science here. 6, 7, 8, 9. And then these will have inputs thusly. So how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we should start working on electronics right away. After electronics, I'm wary of my pollution, so I'm going to queue up military and turrets. Yeah. Okay. And then ordinarily I wouldn't bother, but because YouTube sometimes doesn't like the dark, I will queue up some lights. Okay, so we've got our next little bits of sciences ready, or queued up at least. And there we go. Okay, so yeah, let's have a look at the pollution. Yeah, it's everywhere. Oh, I don't have a radar yet. Let me plop one of them down so I can actually see what's what. Now, I did set my starting area to be quite big, so hopefully we won't run into trouble too soon. Where should I put this? I reckon this is sort of the middle-ish of my base. I'll put it down there, give it some power. See, it starts working on turrets right away. I do like that. Okay, so that'll start scanning the immediate area. What shall I do next? Oh, turrets are done already, and military's well on its way. Yeah, these early ones are actually quite quick. Okay, I said I would rush trains. So let's see, what do we need for trains? Okay, railway, we need logistics 2. So I need to research steel, logistics science pack, engine, logistics 2. So I don't know how many I can queue. So steel, logistics science pack, and then what was it? Engine, logistics 2, and then the railway. Okay, looking good. So I need to start getting the stuff ready for logistics science packs. Are they still called logistics science packs? I can't even remember now. Yes. And what do they require? Transport belts and inserters, still the same. Okay, so I'll make a little bit of green circuitry stuff around here. Okay, so I'll just show you what I've done quickly. I'd like to mine a little bit faster, so I've put in the steel axe mining thing. Research, the words are hard, but it's at the end of the queue, and I've had a look around. I don't think I can move things, but I don't yet have the ability to do these ones, so I'm wondering, will it leave them or will it skip straight to that one? So I guess we'll see what happens when the steel processing is finished. Okay, it has not skipped to steel axe, so what I will do then, oh, I already made them. Oops, wrong way. Okay, if I hop into this queue, what I will do is I will get rid of that one, get rid of that one, and then I will research those again. So engine, logistics 2, railway, and then after that I'm pretty much going to want automated and rail signals. Okay. So I've built this to get me some circuits, so I'll power this up. I'm going to pinch power from over here. Yoink. That should start making me some circuits. Excellent. Okay, power is abysmal again. Let's go and check that. Oh, I never put this thing in. That would certainly go some way towards explaining why I can't get any power. Alright, still, let's get some stuff in here. Do I want to spread it out like that? No, I've decided. Just get me a single pipe. So pipe, pipe, pipe. One of them, one of them, one of them, one of them, one of them. Okay, now that should take care of our power nicely. Okay, well that has been an hour. Next episode we will look at, maybe we'll even get trains in as far as the next episode. I don't know. But we'll certainly get the logistics science packs ready to go. In the meantime, I will say thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again soon.